Storms in life that seem to be too big to handle can instill uncertainty and worry in our hearts. But by keeping our eyes fixed on God amid these storms, we can discover comfort and strength. Today, we set out on an adventure of trust and hope, led by the knowledge of the Holy Scriptures. Dear viewers, welcome back to the Word of Life. Have you ever faced a storm in your life? A moment when the winds of adversity blew fiercely and the waves of uncertainty threatened to engulf you? The storms we face are not just physical, but also metaphorical. The challenges of illness, the turbulence of loss, the gales of uncertainty, and the waves of despair. Yet, throughout the ages, people have found hope and resilience by focusing not on the storm itself, but on something greater. One evening, after feeding the multitude with just 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish, Jesus sent his disciples ahead in a boat to cross the Sea of Galilee while he went up to a mountain to pray. As the disciples were on the sea, a strong storm arose, and they found themselves struggling against the wind and waves. In the middle of the storm, the disciples saw Jesus walking on the water towards them. They were terrified, thinking they had seen a ghost. But Jesus reassured them, saying, "Take courage! It is I. Don't be afraid." Peter, ever impulsive and full of faith, replied, "Lord, if it's you, tell me to come to you on the water." Jesus responded, "Come." Without a second thought, Peter exited the boat and began to approach Jesus by walking on the water. His trust, however, grew weaker, and he started to sink as he concentrated on the storm and the wind. "Lord, save me!" he wailed. Peter started to sink when he turned his attention away from Jesus and toward the storm. It serves as a powerful reminder that uncertainty and anxiety may paralyze you. Recognize your fears when you're in a storm, but make the decision to put your attention on God's power and promises. If you ever find yourself in a situation like this, not a literal storm, but one in which your faith is being tested and there seems to be no way out, change your attention and remember that Jesus is holding out his arm to you and waiting for you. Don't worry about the storms, they'll simply cause you to sink. Look to Jesus and, like Peter, walk on water. Jesus didn't condemn Peter for his doubt. He simply questioned it. Doubt is a natural human response, but it doesn't have to define your faith. Use moments of doubt as opportunities for growth and strengthening your faith in God. No matter how fierce the storm is, he has the ability to calm it and provide a safe path. Trust in his sovereignty. When Jesus and Peter entered the boat, the storm subsided. Remember that your faith can have an impact on the outcomes of your life. Maintain your faith, and you'll discover that even the most stormy circumstances can be calmed by God's presence. As you face the storms in your life, keep this story in mind as a source of encouragement and a reminder that with faith, a focus on God, and the willingness to call out for help, you can overcome the challenges that come your way. Have you ever faced a situation where it felt like the odds were stacked against you? In 1 Samuel 17, we find the Israelite army facing the Philistine army on the battlefield. Goliath, the Philistine champion, challenges the Israelites to send out a champion to battle him one-on-one. The Israelites are terrified by Goliath's stature and boldness. David, a young shepherd, arrives at the battlefield and hears Goliath's taunts. He offers to face Goliath. David said to the Philistine, "You come against me with sword and spear and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied. This day the Lord will deliver you into my hands, and I'll strike you down and cut off your head. This very day I will give the carcasses of the Philistine army to the birds and the wild animals, and the whole world will know that there is a God in Israel." Just as David, a young shepherd, faced the mighty Goliath, you possess more strength and courage than you realize. Don't underestimate your abilities. Confronting your giants allows you to learn, adapt, and grow. Every challenge you face is an opportunity for personal development and resilience. We are sometimes scared to confront difficulties because we are afraid of the outcome. Rejection, failure, disappointments. Instead of avoiding difficult situations, embrace them. These challenges can lead to breakthroughs and achievements you never thought possible. Reaching into his bag and taking out a stone, he slung it and struck the Philistine on the forehead. The stone sank into his forehead, and he fell face down on the ground. So, David triumphed over the Philistine with a sling and a stone. Without a sword in his hand, he struck down the Philistine and killed him. Each of us, like David, has our own set of skills and abilities. Face your issues with what you have. Don't compare yourself to others. Instead, trust in the abilities and strengths that God has given you. David's victory over Goliath was a turning point in the battle. The Philistines fled, and the Israelites were inspired. Then the men of Israel and Judah surged forward with a shout and pursued the Philistines to the entrance of Gath and to the gates of Ekron. Their dead were strewn along the Shaaraim road to Gath and Ekron. Those close to you can be motivated by your successes over your own personal giants. Your strength of character and faith may inspire others to persevere in the face of difficulties. When you rely on God's might and apply your special talents and skills, the story of David and Goliath serves as a potent reminder that no problem is too big. With faith and courage, you may face your obstacles and conquer them, inspiring others in the process. The stories of Peter walking on water and David facing Goliath are timeless reminders of the extraordinary courage and faith that ordinary individuals can display when confronting life's most formidable challenges. Focus on God. When faced with difficulties, it's essential to keep your focus on God, just as Peter walked on water when his eyes were fixed on Jesus. Refrain from being overwhelmed by the storms of life. Instead, concentrate on the source of strength and peace. Isaiah 41 verse 10 says, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." This highlights the necessity of remaining steadfast in the face of challenges and misfortune. They emphasize the need for trust, depending on God for strength, and seeking solace in Him in the face of difficulties. Courage and determination. Both Peter and David demonstrate remarkable courage and determination. In the face of doubt and fear, they stepped forward with unwavering resolve. This serves as a reminder that challenges can be met head-on with courage. Joshua 1 verse 9 tells us, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." This reinforces the idea that God provides strength and courage to face challenges, and with unwavering faith and determination, we can overcome doubt and fear. They remind us that God is with us, empowering us to stand firm in the face of adversity. Overcoming fear and doubt. Peter's moment of doubt as he began to sink reminds us that fear and doubt are natural human responses. However, they can be overcome through faith and trust in God's strength. Psalm 56 verses 3 to 4. We read, "When I am afraid, I put my trust in you. In God, whose word I praise. In God I trust, and am not afraid. What can mere mortals do to me?" While fear and doubt are natural human reactions, they can be conquered through faith and trust in God's strength. They encourage us to rely on God in times of distress and to seek His peace and guidance when faced with life's storms and uncertainties. Use your unique gifts. David's victory over Goliath showcases the value of using your unique gifts and talents to confront your challenges. Everyone possesses special abilities that can be harnessed for triumph. Romans 12 verse 6 says, "We have different gifts according to the grace given to each of us. If your gift is prophesying, then prophesy in accordance with your faith." Ephesians 2 verse 10 tells us, "For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do." Just as David used his sling and stones, You have specific abilities that can be harnessed to confront and conquer the challenges that come your way. God has equipped you for triumph with your distinct qualities, and your gifts can open doors and make a positive impact in the world. Inspiration for others. Peter and David's victories serve as an example for those around them. Your own wins over obstacles might motivate and encourage others to overcome their own obstacles. Matthew 5, verse 16 says, "In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." Your personal victories can inspire and motivate those around you to follow in your footsteps by demonstrating the great strength of faith and perseverance in the face of adversity. In both stories, we witness individuals who, despite their doubts and the overwhelming odds, choose to trust in something greater. Peter's step onto the turbulent sea reminds us that faith can lead us to accomplish the impossible when we focus on God's presence. David's victory over Goliath shows us that we can overcome giants in our lives by using our unique gifts and putting our faith in God's strength. So, as you journey through life's tempests and face your giants, remember that your faith, determination, and reliance on God's strength can guide you to victory. Embrace your unique gifts, face your fears, and trust in the greater purpose that lies ahead. Your story, like Peter's and David's, can inspire others and serve as a testament to the incredible power of faith and courage in the face of adversity. This has been another episode of The Word of Life. If you've enjoyed this content and found it meaningful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more inspirational and thought-provoking topics. Your support allows us to continue sharing messages of hope and faith. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to sharing more stories of faith and resilience with you in the future. Until next time, keep your focus on God, face your giants with determination, and inspire others with your victories.